What's up, America? Student loan problems here in the United States. But after an investigation, I think I found out why we're all being fucked over. And it's a lot deeper than some of you know. And yes, we have links to Donald Trump's cabinet members when it comes to why there's problems. So what if I told you that your student loan payments weren't the same student loan payments? And back in 2020, the group Blackstone acquired your student loan portfolio, which basically gave them license to raise your interest rates to levels where it's pretty much criminal. So you guys remember the company Blackstone, right? Where the guy went into the NFL offices and shot a bunch of people, but then he went to the 33rd floor and he killed the person that worked for Blackstone. So yeah, back in 2020, Blackstone, along with the Apollo Global Management Group, was involved in talks to acquire Wells Fargo student loan portfolios. Now, they had a $10,000 portfolio balance on student loans, but it didn't stop there, as Blackstone went to acquire several other groups through the service Nelnet. Now, of course, I paid Nelnet a great deal of money when I was paying my student loans. Apparently, those were being serviced through the parent company over at BlackRock. However, not all of the firms or the specifics were disclosed publicly, but ever since they took over, they've been jacking up interest rates without people knowing. Like I said, the public was not aware of this. These terms were not publicly disclosed. So they started out by acquiring loans of people that had high credit ratings, generally over 750, but they started getting everybody at one point or another, and when people couldn't pay, they put them in default quicker than they should have been. Also, they were increasing the interest rate burden behind closed doors without publicly disclosing that knowledge. That's a public fact now. On top of that, the company BlackRock started investing in student housing. So Blackstone made significant investments in student housing market, including the acquisition of the American Campus Communities, the largest owner of and operator of student housing, $12.8 billion. Of course, after acquiring those properties, they increased the price about 25%. Also, after taking control of the student loan operation, they increased the rate on average double when figuring for interest rate payments. Also, BlackRock changed the terms without publicly disclosing it, like I've said twice on this video, for dumb fucks. Coupling that with BlackRock taking control of the single-family housing market in America, then jacking up the prices, I think we know what kind of piece of shit company Blackstone is. Sorry, if earlier I transposed BlackRock and Blackstone, I'm sorry, I meant Blackstone. Both companies are pieces of shit, though. Nevertheless, Blackstone is the reason you're paying so much for student loan interest. It's their fault because they acquired the portfolios. Same with student housing. That's why the prices have been so high. Same with the prices of single-family homes in America and apartment costs. All of them can be traced back to the company Blackstone. So if you're wondering, it just seems like it's happening all at once. It is happening all at once. It's all coming from the same company, Blackstone. Those fucking pieces of shit need to be investigated, but I guarantee somehow it's all legit, isn't it? So the reason you're suffering with student loan situations is because of Blackstone. That's why. And just for breaking news, they did not disclose the new terms of their service before they changed it. We have that plain as day right in front of me, clear as crystal. So I don't know what to tell you. It's legalized theft at the student loan level. The government allowed this acquisition. It's bullshit. It should be illegal. Probably it is, but I'm sure they wormed their way through a loophole of somehow to fuck the American people, just like they did on student housing and housing in general throughout America. Fuck these people. Investigate them. Jail time, bitch! So the company Blackstone has links with Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary here under Donald Trump, who is also the arbiter of garnishing wages if you owe too much in student loans and you haven't paid it in a while. He has direct links to Blackstone through his investment capital firm. Blackstone declared him a rock star. A rock star. So I told you long ago, this is why Scott Bessent needs to be taken out of Donald Trump's cabinet. He has dirty fingers in fucking everything.